Hi everyone, welcome back to B-17, the mighty 8th Redux. Here we are with the crew of Misbehavin, trying to complete her 25 mission tour of duty. She's completed 2 missions so far, and we've got 4 enemy aircraft kills to our name. Fantastic. The bombing has been, bomb damage estimate low for the first target, and it was a near miss for the second target. Wasn't the best. And the second one, we also received a little bit of injury. Our bombardier was injured, and he's out for a short while. There you go, he's out for 5 days. Our top turret engineer, Emig, was injured also, along with our right waist gunner. So we're going to get a couple of replacement crew guys in today. But before we meet them, we need to know where we're going for mission number 3. So let's head straight into the briefing room. Okay, the rest of the crews assemble, and we read the briefing. 7th of March, 1944. Primary target is the Shulven oil production facility. Secondary target, the WWII oil production facility. Tertiary is the Castrop Browell oil production facility. Ordnance selected will be 6 times £500 general purpose, 12 times £100 incendiaries. Distance to the farthest target is 958 miles. Fighters escort will be 2 squadrons of P-47s. Information on the primary target. The flak strength will be high, the fighter strength will be high. Priority is very high on this one. Currently no damage. The oil production facility at Shulven is one of the largest plants in Germany. Raids on these facilities have been identified as one of the quickest ways of bringing the Luftwaffe and Wehrmacht to their knees. Lack of fuel and lubrication oils will ground aircraft and immobilize tanks and trucks. Cool. So the WWII oil production has got moderate flak and fighter strength, high priority, and the Castrop Roix oil production facility is moderate flak and fighter, high priority. Right. Sign our life away. Have a quick look at the recon film. So it looks fairly rural. We've got the edge of a town skirting on the edge of the right hand side there. Following the train tracks. Obviously got some towers. I was expecting some big cooling towers, but no, lots of storage tanks and smaller chimneys and stuff. Okay. Well, we're certainly, at least it's away from the town, which is something. Quick look at the route. Okay, the route we're going to be flying on, we're probably going heading north first, then diving down, yes, into this huge flak covered area around the Ruhr Valley. So that is going to be nasty. And then you got no, where's the targets here? The target's here. 15,000 feet. Now we're going to go higher than that, between Essen and Dortmund. And then we won't go that far. We'll try and cut out here somewhere, so we're not going through like 2 hours worth of flak. We'll also see if we can cut more west, and we'll start our runs here. That way we can avoid flying through this flak, which is unnecessary. So with those ideas in our head, we'll get the rest of the guys, pick up our new replacements, head to the aircraft. Here we are then. They're just going through the startup sequence on the flight deck to get our engines fired and warmed up. And there goes the first. Let's go and check on our new crew. Right. As we come inside with the pilots, let's have a look. Who have we got? So first off was the bombardier, wasn't it? Ken Adair has joined us for this mission. We also had our top turret gunner and engineer, John Listamo, is going to be coming in to replace us, and then it's Charles Marsh or Robert Brewer, who's also going to come to assist. Got John Worsley there on the tail doing the good stuff. Right, we'll get through this start sequence, taxi to the runway, take off and form up and head out to targets. Okay, here we go. Flying as the pilot again. Trying to get his experience up. There's the tail coming up as we pass 90 knots. If you look at the speed, 130. Start pulling up slowly. Gear up. And we are away. Fantastic. I am delighted to say they have reinstated the hat movement for the view, which is brilliant, so I can now use my hat controls on my joystick to have a look around, which is going to make it so much better. Thank you so much for bringing that back into the game. Right, let's start our orbits and see if we can form up with the rest of the boys. Okay, we are making our way up now. I just thought there you got a target ring down there or something. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I'll show you that as we're flying over it. Right, anyway, heading in here, we've got King's Lynn, we're just coming past. Now, what we're interested in is making some additional changes to our route to make it safer for us and the rest of the formation. So, first of all, we want to get that up to at least 25,000 feet. Don't go too much more because it might affect how much fuel we've got on board, i.e. we might not have the fuel to climb all the way up there and do the mission. So we also then want to skirt around these targets, which is going to impact our initial starting point. Yes, it is, which is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. But then I'm going to, so we can stay a straight line there. Stay a straight line there. Keep that on a straight line. But we are going to book it out of there sooner. It's gone orange as it's recalculating the fuel. Let's make sure all the altitudes are correct. So here we've got the decision point at 1500. Now let's go up to 25,000. Perfect. Initial point 25. And then it's just a case of we should, making a flat run for it, which should be all good. The fuel, ooh, we are climbing, so that we're just there, we're still in our climb, so that's why it's indicating that we are very critical on fuel. But that's because you burn a lot of fuel as you're climbing, but as soon as we're in cruise, obviously that'll recalculate. So I will go around and finish the rest of these amendments, and we'll continue on till the target. It's good to see we've got our little friends with us. Okay, our navigator is lost, which is not a great sign. So we've got the islands coming in near. This is the big island with a forest on it. Big water inlet there. Cloud underneath us, unfortunately. Got two narrow islands there. So there is. We're not here, are we? No, he can't be that far out. Surely not. Surely not. Right, let's see if there's a town on the inside of the river there. We've got the water inlet going like that. Oh, he is, you know. We're all the way over here. Crikey Moses. You really are, buddy. You really are lost. We're actually, oh my god, I think we are somewhere. I can't even pick up the bomber. We're that far away. Hang on with that call. We've still got some way to go. I think we're over here somewhere. Right, there's that little island there with this little water inlet there. Yeah. Oh my god, how far off? Wow. Wow. Well, yeah. Okay, let's ease off the thing. So we'll come over the little town here of Groningen. Whatever you ever that's that. Right, let's just make sure he's locked on. Right, so we've got these two islands with a narrow strip of water between them. That is where we're over. So, yeah. Crikey, I think we are probably about there. Right. Coming over the town there. Yeah, okay, I think we're roughly on target again. Oh, blooming heck. That was a mistake. You know, hey, if you've been watching Masters of the Air, it's not quite France, is it? When you're going for the UK, but still, that is a huge error in navigation. Right, we're coming into the range of the Luftwaffe, marked by this blue line. We're going to be flying over one airbase. There's probably going to be some fighters sent up from this one as well. Possibly this one. Maybe these two. So yeah, we're going to probably have a bit of dogfighting to do today. Or defending the formation, more like. Right.
Weather at primary target is believed to be fair with 5/10 cloud at approximately 9,000 feet.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Weather at secondary target is believed to be fair with 3/10 cloud at approximately
Right.
9,000 feet.
I think we're still on for the primary. Happy days. Okay, here we go then. We're on the bomb run. Got this bloody bit of cloud here, but once we pass that, we should be okay. Having a quick look around. Let's have a little looks around. Let me just take control. So yeah, we're looking for the railway line, aren't we? Really? It's here, isn't it? That's the railway line coming up there. That is the marshalling yard, so I think this is our target. It looks like there's another target there. I think it's this one though. Although it seems a little bit close to the town. Well, I'll lock that on there for the moment. Let us get this drift thing sorted. As the bomber actually calms down a bit. So yeah, you want this to be running parallel with the direction of travel. So, you know, if there's a tree here, you want it to stay parallel with the lines. Like, say for example, pick something out. That is staying pretty good. So I think we're pretty on there. Pretty good there. So if we hold that there, that should A, help us navigation, but also B, help us put the wind drift in our northern bomb site. Flak starting. So a quick look. Yeah, I'm still fairly hopeful it's this. I'm fairly certain this is the target. So I'm going to lock on there. Give that back to the computer momentarily while we sort this out. Right, so this is all on. What we got? Dial interval. I don't want to overrun, so we're going to go for 370. Right, so that is where we're going to target, right in the pickle barrel. And we'll hold it there. Flak seems relatively light, I'm pleased to say, considering where we are. But that could just mean that there's some enemy fighters coming in as well. And they don't want to obviously hit their own aircraft. Oh, I spoke too soon. Here comes the main flak. Our little friends are getting above it. I do not blame them 1 minute. They need to stay out of that for sure. We've unfortunately We've got to fly straight through this. Which is not going to be pleasant. But it is part of the job. I may just make a slight correction to go a little bit more this way. Try and bomb through the middle of the target. Yep. Happy that this is definitely our target. Right, we look fairly locked on there. As I say, getting the wind drift calculation done correctly makes a hell of a difference. Still, obviously it's not perfect. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. It says that. He's actually going to change it to go there. Alright, there you go. There's not too much different from where I was, but I'm happier with that. Alright. The flak. Goodness me. The longest few minutes of your life. Here we go. No last minute connections this time. Just going to leave it as she is. You can hold B and do some corrections to get some really minuscule ones if you like, but don't do anything major now. Looking good. Looking good. If they run on, they'll go into the marshalling yard, all the train track and carriages, which should be fine. But I'm happy so far. There they go. Right, here is the target. We're bombing from this location, so the bomb should start dropping here and go across in that kind of a direction if we are on target. Oh, we're miles off. Why are we that far off? There was no... Okay. They did really well not to get any damage from that bomb. Minor damage to the target. Okay. That's... Right, back to the formation then. We got a little bit of damage through the bomber. I didn't sense any drift, so I am surprised we've drifted that much. But the wings must be stronger, maybe at a lower level. Yeah, that's odd. That looked right in the pickle barrel. But anyway, that's the reality. It wasn't. More flak ahead, so let's do some evasive maneuvers. Let's come onto our radio up and climb 1,000. Then we can always drop 2,000 later. We'll only be 1,000 below where we should be. Here we go, climbing out. Throw their aim off. Yeah, this is going to burn up a bit of fuel, of course. But what I don't want to do is dive too low. Oh, she just got hit by flak. Hopefully she can recover from whatever happens. Okay, I think maybe the engines were hit. She's going to have to go down to a lower altitude and try and make her way home on her own. As long as she doesn't start spiraling out of control. Oh, that was close. Cool, we got lucky then. Right, climbing above it though. There she goes. Good luck, boys. I hope you can make it back. Oh, we got another bomber, which is... No, they're recovering. Okay, good. I thought we were about to lose another bomber then. Yeah, okay, we've had a couple more strikes by the flak. We're about to turn, head that way, and hopefully get out of the rest of this. Yeah, it's nasty stuff. Watching our little friends from the rear turret. Yes, the hats, which makes it all so much more, well, less claustrophobic for one. We can have a look around properly. But also, look, the ground crew have finally got round to fixing the sights on my rear gun, which is good. I'm sure one of them must have sat on it. So the first two missions, but my rear gun sight is now aligned, which I'm delighted for. So we're coming out of the flak batteries around the Ruhr Valley, so now enemy fighters is probably our biggest threat. No call for them so far, which surprises me. We've flown over two air bases where you would expect potentially some fighters to come up from. So far, all quiet. Let's hope it continues. Okay, we've got somebody going down injured. Who we got? Oh, it's the bombardier. He's the replacement. There's our navigator gone. Ah. John Osnarek. Who are you? You are radio op. Okay. So Charles Taylor, our navigator, he's gone for walkies. You can see they've gone dark, so they're grey when they're in position, I think, and then when they go dark they're off position. So you picking him up. Where the heck has our hang on, he hasn't gone back to fit the radio room, has he? Where is he? Oh, he's back. Okay, there seems to be a slight bug with the graphics. Sometimes they pop in and out. And you see the background is not black anymore, so I don't know if that's a thing or if it's just me imagining and creating my own kind of theory for what's going on. Oh, his eyes are open. He's all good. He's all good.
Get back to work.
Pull himself up. And go on swap positions. Good stuff, right. Let's continue heading back. Okay, we've got a waist gunner down. John Osnabrook, our radio op, has come down to hold that position and cover it, which is fine, but we really need the chap picked up. But as you say, you just heard the radio call out from the navigator. We're coming over the Hague now, so yeah, we're coming up to the coast, which is great. Enemy fighters seem to be non-existent today. Maybe there's the cloud or something else. Maybe some lower level weather issues which are stopping them taking off. I don't know. But for the moment, we seem to be okay. And there we are, the glorious sight of home. Yes, we're coming up to the English coast. Most of us are still here. Still a few missing, but yeah, they've had a bit of. That's the sorry, it's B-47 Thunderbolts going home. They've finished their task. They're diving down low, and they'll make their way back to their own base, which is probably going to be on the coast somewhere. Do not panic. So we've only got the short flight back to home base, and hopefully get her landed. Just quick check on the wheels. They look okay. Yep, they don't look damaged too much by any flak. Okay, here we come into land. Let's get the gear down nice and early, make sure that's all working. Yes, that looks to be fine. Put in a little bit of flap. And the bomber on the field just in front of us. So hopefully he can get a bit of a wiggle on and move out of the way as we're coming in. Nice speed. What are we doing? We're currently doing 140. That's perfect, really. obviously there's a bomb only halfway down the runway. You wouldn't land in today's environment with an aircraft on the runway, but this is wartime, so we are permitted to. I'll keep a slight angle just in case we need to hair off onto the grass. But let's get her down nice and early. Here we go. Beautiful. All right. That is running, isn't it? Yeah, okay. She's crawling. Beep beep. Anyway, we're in tune now, so we'll taxi back to the hard point, and yeah.
Good land. Taxi to hard stand.
Hopefully the next one won't be down quite so soon. Put the flaps up. Wait for this slow coach to get moving. And welcome to Debriefing. Right, fairly straightforward this one. There was no aircraft declared because nothing came out to see us. The Sholven oil production facility attacked on the 7th of March 1944. Distance flown 1,020 miles thanks to our errant navigator. Bombers lost missing 1. Enemy fighter shot down 0, and they classed that as a near miss. Even though some of the facility did go up in flames. So crew injuries suffered. Second Lieutenant Adair, who was the bombardier, our replacement bombardier, medium wound. Staff Sergeant Wheeler, medium wound, and Staff Sergeant Worsley, our tail gunner, medium wound. There we go. There's the bomb damage assessment then. Not great. So no promotions awarded. Medals awarded. Purple hearts to the 3 injured crew members. Missing crews accounted for. Akakani crashed in enemy territory. All aboard were lost. So they're the ones who got hit by flak and then dived under the clouds. Very somber after that. Right, let's have a read then. So, ball turret gunner was Wheeler, so he's been injured. Marsh was one of ours. It was Lansfield who was injured last time. Okay, so I don't know why I'm going through this because it wasn't really a mission to review, is it? Near miss, Purple Hearts. We've probably lost those guys for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, something like that. Quick look in the crew then. So Brad Cubitt returns. He was our original bombardier. Obviously had a light wound and has now returned. There you go, 2 missions to his name. Missed 1. Good bomb aiming, which is useful. Navigator Charles Taylor, who's almost sent us up to Finland. No, that's a bit slight exaggeration. Navigation is now above average, which is good. So hopefully the corrections we did have increased his skill and he won't make as many and as large errors next time. Our pilot has above average piloting. So I'm trying to take control of the pilots when we're landing and taking off just to increase their skill. That's how you increase the skill of your crew, by the way, in case I hadn't mentioned that, by actually taking manual control and performing the task well. So for the bombardier, it will be bombing the targets if it's the and also shooting down aircraft from the chin turret. The navigator is obviously correcting the position on the map, so you are in the right area. Every correction will improve his skill, and also making sure you're doing the drift gauge so you don't lose, your situational awareness of where you are and head off like we did this time. Also, you can always move the navigator to a gun position and he can improve his gunnery that way if you shoot down enemy aircraft. And that's how it works for all the gunners, by shooting down and getting damage on enemy aircraft. And the pilots, of course, you increase their skill by piloting, taking off, landing, and just general piloting. If you wish to fly the aircraft, that's up to you. First aid is obviously get them to do first aid. You can't manually do that, you can just ask them to do it. Technical Now that is something with the engineer, for example. You can get him to crank down damaged undercarriages, he can do fuel transfers, that kind of thing. The gunners themselves can unjam guns, which will excuse me, will increase it a little bit. So that's how you do the technical. Have a quick look at Drew Beasley, our co-pilot. He's got above average piloting as well, so our pilots are quite nicely level piloting ability. It's always nice to have that. It's no good having one really good pilot and one NAF pilot. When the really good pilot gets injured, you then rely on a NAF pilot. So yeah, always try and keep them level as best you can. One's always going to be slightly better than the other. John Leesenstamo, who is our engineer and top turret gunner replacement. Average gunner, you see, because he didn't have a chance to improve that. He's got good technical skills though, and above average first aid, so he's quite a handy chap. He's just obviously completed one mission at this stage. Our radio operator, John Osnarek. Look at this, first aid average. It was below average, but he's done so much first aid on the last mission. It's gone up to average, which is good to see. Ball turret is empty because he's injured. Left waist is Marsh, above average gunnery. Right waist is Brewer. He comes back to the... no, sorry, he's the replacement, isn't he? Sorry, Brewer's the replacement. Average gunnery, yeah, he's completed one mission. And our tail gunner should be in hospital, yeah, so we'll get another replacement there. Quick look on those guys. Keith Emig, our top turret gunner and engineer. He got injured on the second mission to Cherbourg. Expected on the 18th, so probably another couple of, well, a week and a bit. Another 10 days. Our right race gunner, Lansfield. When's he back? Another 10 days. Ken Adair, who's our replacement bombardier. Medium wound, 21st. Right, because we've got our bombardier back, we're going to assign Adair to ground duties because we don't want him coming in and replacing our original bombardier, so he can be back to ground duties. George Wheeler, our bull turret gunner, completed 3 missions now. He's due back on the 21st, so yeah, another 2 weeks he can return. And George Worsley, our tail gunner, he's got 3 aircraft kills, I think, or maybe 4. 3 missions complete, Legion of Merit. He's back in 2 weeks as well. Okay, good stuff. Well, 3 missions down. We're yet to fully destroy a target. I guess they've just more accurately done the wind drift and the accuracy of the Norden bomb sight. It wasn't as famed accuracy as that it was on paper. So reality is slightly different, as it always is the case. But we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. We'll continue with the crew of Misbehaving on mission number 4 next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.